Sucking on my own dick, yeah, you know I'm sucking on my own dick. Sucking on my dick, everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our own dicks, everybody's sucking their own dicks. Sucking on our dicks, yeah, you know I'm sucking on my dicks. Sucking on my dick.
All right,
Here we are. This is early. Is this the earliest we've done one?
Pretty early. What is it?
It's like 3:20.
3:20. Damn. 3:20, brother.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
dude. Hell yeah.
3:20 is the time where you drop acid.
I was gonna say you just smoke stems.
Yeah.
You don't even smoke weed. You just smoke horrible stems.
Yeah. I'm gonna start like, you know how people eat sunflower seeds?
Yeah.
I'm doing that with weed. I'm just gonna like just have a cheek full of seeds. Yeah, that would be sick. Is we gotta start smoking and ingesting every part of the plant that's not psychoactive.
Just like the Indians, dude.
Mm-hmm. Just like the Indians.
Every part of the plant.
Yeah, well, it's just the female one, right?
Yeah.
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 Okay. So so we're just gonna be we're gonna grow exclusively the male plant because dudes rock.
Right. Dude, yeah, dude.
We have like a whole grow up, just worthless.
Yeah, you used to have like seeds and stems in your mouth, just like packed in your mouth.
Yeah.
You're at a baseball game, people are like, does that taste good? You're like, you gotta put salt on it. Like, you gotta salt it. These are
Wouldn't
mesquite
taste good.
seeds. Yeah.
I just have a mouthful of skunk. I'm like, sorry, I'm having a groovy time over here. I convince myself I'm high.
Yeah, dude, you just basically it's like O'Doul's for pot.
Mhm.
You're like, oh, I'll partake. You're like, don't worry, I can still have fun.
Dude, I would love that. Like,
Oh,
not,
it's
not
called
now.
cigarettes.
Well, no, I mean, like, as an adult, I'm never in a position where I have to like smoke weed to impress people.
Right.
But there was a time, so
Oh,
it
yeah.
would have been sick to have just like a joint full of hemp.
Yeah. Well, it's like
I'm just like, ooh, boy, I am feeling it, right, girls?
yeah, I was about to say, dude, doing drugs to impress. Like, do you remember the scene in True Detective where Matthew McConaughey has to like take the acid because he's like deep undercover with the
Yeah,
gang?
he's like, well, I have to smoke meth or the truckers will know.
I'm like, man, I did that just to hook up with like a 6.
I mean, if we've learned anything about your life, it's that you at no point enjoyed acid.
Well, no. I did. There was the first year I really enjoyed, and then
And then the subsequent 8 years.
every subsequent year, yeah. Oh my god, it's been 8 years. It's been 8 years of me having a horrible time, and then the minute it ends, I'm like, next time will be good. If there's one thing I know,
Mhm.
it takes 10,000 hours to master.
You're fucking Malcolm Gladwelling just melting your brain.
Yeah, exactly.
I love your approach to acid too, where it's like, oh, do you listen to like psychedelic music? No, I jerk off and I read the Unabomber manifesto. Between the two of us, we have like the darkest approach to drugs.
I was bonding with Daniel over like over drugs and sex and how they're like forever linked for me. He was honestly weird, dude. It was RNS the whole time. Not gonna explain those initials.
No.
His brother cut my hair. Then we went to Avenue 26 and we just like commiserated about like girls and talked about being like like just like doing I guess like chemsex or whatever. Like, I guess that's technically what it is.
Having sex like a cyberpunk.
Yes, dude. Yes.
You're doing like Fallout drugs.
Yeah,
You just
dude.
have like an inhaler and then you start tripping.
Yeah, exactly. Well, just because regular sex, once you do it, it's like regular sex is like a steak that's not seasoned.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, does this even taste good?
See, that's how I feel, and I've only ever fucked sober.
Really?
I mean, not sober.
Oh, I
but,
see
like,
what you're saying.
Yeah. like I've never had like ecstasy sex or whatever, but my approach to sex, pretty much it's like I have many times.
Yeah, well, because I think that because you're starting at a base of no serotonin.
Yeah, that's true.
You kind of come pre fucking methed out, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, basically I was born just, I don't know, maybe my parents did a lot of E while I was like
Probably.
a zygote. I don't think that they've ever
you're a
done
total.
E.
Your height, everything about you. This is an E baby for sure.
No, honestly, like I think that my dad has my exact brain.
Mm-hmm.
I used to think that we were more different because I was young.
Oh, yeah.
And my brain was functioning like a young man's. But as I age and I develop all his faults.
Dude, you're literally. I mean, it's true for everybody. It's what they say. It's one of those things that they say, and until you realize it, you don't understand it. But you are your parents, dude.
Oh, for sure.
Ugh! Fuck! God damn it!
What a shit lot.
Completely. Yeah, because you grow up your whole life. It's right in front of you. Like, I'll never ever be like them. Then you catch yourself just saying phrases that your dad says. And why do you do that? Because you've been like
to
conditioned.
myself. Like, I'll say the things he used to say to me as a kid. But
Yeah.
like to myself, I'm like, oh man, you're wasting the day away in bed. And I'm like, I don't have a job. Like, what could I possibly be doing today?
Well, yeah, I mean, you could go on a hike, Brendan.
I could go on a hike, yeah, but it's hot.
That's when you go on a hike. You're gonna.
It's hot, and much like my dad, I have a bad knee.
Right. So
Yeah.
see?
Now his knee went bad around 40. However, what you call an early bloomer.
Yeah, you see what's coming. You're getting it out of the way.
Yeah.
You're a sprinter. That's exactly that's what this is.
Yeah. I was a sprinter for like there was a period of like 3 weeks where I was in really good shape in LA. Like I remember I walked out of my room wearing like a wife beater, and Isaac went like, "Oh my god!"
I remember this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so sick.
Yeah, I
didn't go on one date during that period.
That is literally how it always happens. I don't know what it is. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is, but I started.
You're like, boy, I sure am jacked to flex on my boys.
and maybe that's just as important, though.
Yeah, honestly.
Let's not discount the value of flexing on your boys.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing I've learned is that in my life, I will get laid at my hottest and at my least hot. Never in between,
Right.
for some reason.
It's about leaning in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, I look the worst I ever have, and I found the love of my
Are
life.
you getting laid?
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, I kept it up for like 3/4 of a year. This morning I ran 2 miles.
Mhm.
And I decided I'm gonna do that. I just want to get in shape. I caught myself. I caught a reflection of myself, my horrible like skinny fat. Because I was waiting for the bus, and I had like a Coke Zero in my hand and like open Cheez-Its from 7-Eleven. I'm trying to like eat them with the Coke bottle
Bus
in my
snacks.
hand. Bus snacks.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to. There are signs everywhere.
There are
that tell
signs.
you.
Also, to eat them, you have to take your mask off.
Absolutely. Yes, it's not like so. I caught a glimpse of myself, like in the fucking reflection of like the advert by the bus stop, and then like literally a car of hot girls just like pulled up in front of me, and I was like, I have to do something now.
Like a 2000s movie convertible with 4 hot girls
a
in
pink convertible.
it. A pink like convertible VW bug.
Yeah, that's it exactly.
They're wearing like red leather pants.
Yeah, and I was just
They're like, ah, fuck, I'm a visual gag in their story. They're in LA from like Kansas. They're like, come on, Deb. Like, just
Yeah.
because your husband left you doesn't mean there won't be some great guys for you here.
Yeah.
And then the camera pans over to you, and they're like, well, we'll see what happens
yeah,
tonight.
there's a record scratch.
Yeah. Man, how many times...
It's so terrible. That's how bad it is when you're just existing. You're not even entering these girls' lives, and you're a record scratch.
Yeah.
That's how bad you look. That you existing intrudes.
I've thought about that. Like, you know, because I'm pretty visually distinct.
Oh, absolutely.
And I've wondered, like, how many times has someone, like, clocked me from a car and been like, ugh.
Yeah. Oh, what's he a harbinger of?
An omen.
Yeah, you look so bad that people also decide to fix their lives.
Yeah. I'm like smiling and whistling. They're like, oh, he thinks he's happy.
That's oh, fuck. But yeah, it felt good. The run felt good. Keep doing it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep doing it. I'm gonna keep on it. It's
Yeah.
easy. It's easy
You're
to
making
do.
all kinds of changes. You're running. You have a mustache now.
People.
I honestly, I like the mustache, but it doesn't match the hair. The
Yeah.
hair is too clean cut. Honestly, I think you should grow your hair out.
The
Keep
hair.
that mustache.
I think once the hair gets give the hair a week and a half, it might look a little more natural.
Yeah,
It's just such
right
a fresh
now you
cut.
look like a cop.
Dude, I've been in the mirror just like, I kind of look a little bit like a fireman who couldn't help you at all.
I mean, like, you got the headphones on, and I'm just like, wow, Nick probably flew a helicopter here.
I like the mustache. Michael doesn't like the mustache. Michael.
Well, the mustache, like, with a good haircut like
Sure.
that, it kind of makes you look like a classic 1980 homosexual.
That's the other thing that I thought.
Like, you look like a gay guy who, like, the bar gets raided by cops.
Look, you know what? I'm just trying out new looks. This is what I'll say.
Yeah.
People really dislike when you show up with a mustache. After people like if you
I wouldn't say universally they dislike it, but they're always going to have a comment.
I think that the best way, if you're deciding to suddenly go with a mustache, make a tweet out, make a Facebook status, let people know
Yeah.
what's happening. Otherwise, they'll be alarmed.
Go on Facebook Live for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on live for the next 30 minutes. You guys can get used to it. I'm gonna leave this video up.
Yeah,
for everybody who missed it. I should have done that.
No, but now I'm looking at you with the mustache, and honestly, you have a good mustache.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
Like me with just a mustache, for some reason, like the shape of my mouth, it's out of proportion with my head. I don't look good with just a mustache.
You know, I've said that to a lot of people.
Yeah, I know. Don't worry, word's gotten back to me. That's how I know.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it or not. I think that I just
No, you should keep it, but also grow like long hair.
I don't know if I want long hair. I want
No, you do.
I don't want long hair. I hate long hair. I think that when the stubble grows in dark, I mean, then I really will look gay. I will look like you're right. That's what it is. It's a gay.
You're
guy.
gonna look like specifically the Village People cop.
Yeah, you're right. But I just want to show up.
You're under arrest for being straight.
I just want to see. I just want to look, Brendan. As a man who commits to odd looks, I know that you understand seeing a look through.
I know.
I just want to see it through. Maybe get some photos.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I'm telling you, I mean, like, here's the thing. When you were like 18, I remember you had long, awful hair, but it never got long enough where it started to look cool. It would always stay right on that verge where it's like covering your ears and you look like the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
It doesn't get that long because it's so straight.
Mm-hmm.
So that for the length for it to get where it would usually look cool, I just look like I'm in like a Norwegian black metal band. It's just like
Yes.
straight down.
And
No,
that
that's
sounds
not
cool.
No, it doesn't sound cool, dude.
You'd look like the Undertaker.
I don't want to look like the Undertaker.
In many ways, you do.
No.
All right, fine. Be a gay cop if you want.
I'm gay cop.
Like some guy's fucking and you kick in the door. Freeze! Put your dick where I can see it. The guy slowly withdraws his dick from the pussy.
Oh my god.
You're like, that's all I wanted. And then you leave.
And I leave.
Yeah, you don't arrest anyone.
I keep getting permission for no-knock warrants.
Yeah.
The police chief was like, I mean, yeah, of course I'll sign it. That's our automatic policy. But what are these for, Nick? I don't
Yeah.
understand. Are you sure you don't want to do these to any black people?
You're like, ooh, I didn't even think of that.
Yo.
You're just like dropping on a rope through a skylight, seeing a guy's balls, and you go, nice! And then you have the helicopter pick you back up and fly you away. A SWAT team of all, like, just over-the-top gay guys.
Yeah,
would be very
exactly. Yeah,
funny.
dude. There's like, Chief, can we borrow the whatever that sonic disruptor is that makes people fall to the ground? He's like, of course. Why?
What are you going to do with them while they're down there? Honey, you don't want to know.
I gotta tell you, those diversity hires do feel good. I'm glad that we got these boys on the force.
Imagining like a bunch of gay guys with a battering ram that's just like a giant, like 6 foot long dildo. They break down the door.
Dude, they're all hopping on a SWAT team. They're all hopping on in a SWAT bus to go to Washington, to go to Seattle, and they're like, "Where are you guys going?" I don't know. They said some guy named Chaz is making trouble downtown.
We're gonna go rough him up.
They're furious to find out that it's just like communist farmers markets.
I want a return of that kind of gay guy, like a 1977 Sunset Strip gay guy.
You kind of live with one.
I guess that's true.
You do kind of live with. He's Michael's just a. He's also, I guess he's not completely gay, but he's kind of a robot. But he is he is one of those caution to the wind gays.
Mm-hmm. It's really funny that he's like face blind, which just makes it all seem more like more just like depraved.
Yeah, he's just opening his ass and go like, "Sure, everybody get in here."
Yeah. I don't know who you are.
Actually, it's kind of nice because to me, everybody is hot. I don't know. I guess they don't know what Michael sounds like. Yeah, imagine your sexual.
I'm honestly, I would love to have Michael on this podcast because I am equally baffled by both face blindness and homosexuality.
Yeah.
I have the same amount of knowledge of both. I'm just like, I guess that's an experience someone has.
A gay man who's just fucked by a million ghosts, basically. Just a revolving door of NPCs just coming in his ass.
Yeah, his sexual encounters are like a modded Bethesda game where it's like, yeah, you walk up to the NPC, you hit H to fuck because they needed a key that wasn't assigned to anything.
Oh, fuck. God bless him. Michael's so funny.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for some reason I thought he listened to this, so I mentioned the thing with his car,
Yeah.
and he was like, "What? Tell me."
No, he listened a long time ago. Of course he didn't hear that. He listened to like a couple episodes a long time ago.
Yeah, well, I don't know. He was very entertained by the story.
I mean, look, the fact is, he doesn't have that car anymore, right?
No.
So that story basically didn't even happen,
Yeah,
is how I look at that.
that makes sense.
Yeah. But that's why I felt okay. If Michael still had that car, that story would still be in the vault.
It'd be pretty rude.
It would, yeah, I wouldn't tell it.
Well, I apologize for doxing.
Oh, I don't care. I told you, I would be, again.
I mean, there is a part of me, like, even though this is an extremely public and damning product that we put out every week, there's a part of me that, like, it's like, well, I don't want people to act like they know any of the things I say on here.
True, but they will and they do.
And they do, yeah.
Yeah. Which is, I guess, it's weird. I have that same disconnect where, like, I think that I still think the cast, well, because it's not like an enormous amount of people listen, but it is still this thing where, like, sometimes, like, oh, yeah, that's just out there, huh?
Yeah. And it's like, I'm kind of at the point now where I'm like, yeah, I'm really proud of what we've done. if it doesn't start making us money soon, it must stop.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
What a liability.
Yeah, my God.
Yeah, I was talking to Bay about it, and she was like, "Yeah, sometimes I wonder. I'm like, what? Like, how long does this podcast last?" And I'm like, I mean, if it turns a profit, forever.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't like this conversation. I don't like. She's our. No, I'm.
No.
She's very nice. She's very nice.
No,
But I don't like this wife finger wagging.
No, what I mean by that, she's like, what if like we move somewhere like someday? I think she's talking about like, are you going to be doing this podcast in 10 years?
If it makes money.
Yes.
Look, if you.
And she was on board with that.
Yeah. Look, Brendan, if you.
Sorry, I think I misphrased this. I don't mean to make it sound like she's telling
No,
me
no,
not
no, it's fine. Look,
it's more she just like are our kids gonna find this? And it's like, well, if they do, it's because it paid for college. So
Yeah. But look, man, that's just the lie. That's just the reality of like when you're, look at any fucking like public person. I mean, like podcasting is different. This will be a new thing that we have to reckon with. But also, your kid, with the way society's going, your kids are going to be like sexually identifying and expressing themselves at age 9. Maybe not your kids, but like,
Oh no, not my kids.
No. No, the chastity cage is going on your kids immediately. Ew.
What?
I don't know.
The
Brett.
chastity cage, it's like a suit of armor.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I want your dick locked up, but you also can't eat pussy. So we're going to put a Hannibal Lecter cage on you. And then I don't want you playing with your asshole. So we're going to put some giant metal oven mitts. And then we're going to you can shit, but it's going to be through mesh. It's going to be through wire mesh.
It's like in your quest to deny your child of any sexuality, you have put him in a fetish suit. Like you have irreparably made him hornier than he ever would have been.
I put him in like an 1800s Russian like bear hunting outfit.
You make your kids go to sleep in an Iron Maiden.
Yeah. Yeah, we both do it. So it's just like it's you with an extremely homosexual mustache looking around your leather dungeon. You're like, my kids are safe.
No, look, I've already.
Now we all need to start wearing leather now for when it's Road Warrior time.
Yes, just to get ready.
Yeah.
Oh, look, on the subject of you moving away and the podcast not happening, I already have I've discussed a contingency plan for that. Where like if you move away and you don't want to do the podcast anymore, but I do, I was going to offer you a lump sum, like a flat fee of money, and if the podcast does well, there's an open door invitation for you to come back whenever.
Well, this would not be. This is not a factor for many years.
I know, but okay. I'm just letting you know. I've had that discussion when I thought you were like when you were like freaking out about moving home. I was like,
I mean, that did happen.
Yeah.
I did think that. Here's the thing, Nick. I think moving here was the last. Like, I make big impulsive decisions, but that one took some real self-belief to be like, I'm moving to California.
Yeah.
I think that was all I had left.
Oh my God.
So I don't see a scenario where I make like a big change
I see.
for the rest of my life.
That makes sense.
Unless like there's some compelling reason or support, I think my life is going to be basically how it is now forever.
Huh. Well, I hope you enjoy that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is pretty good.
No, it's good. Oh, no. I wish I had this. This is great. Yeah. This is for me. This is the end of an '80s movie where like the guy has everything that he wanted. Yeah. This is the end of Back to the Future, basically.
It's just he has a room with 3 roommates.
Yes, dude, yes.
A computer.
Yeah, a nice computer.
It is a nice computer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. All right. That makes sense. Then I guess I support that. Look, you have your name. Is that from?
That's they put that in. Yeah, I have a nameplate here. It says Brendan, and the reason I have that is because they gave it to me in my bag of stuff when they fired me. They gave me that and like my 1 year of service like certificate that I had hanging.
Oh my
It's
god,
like,
dude.
what do you think I'm gonna do with this?
That's so fucking funny. Jobs are so weird, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he'll want this.
Yeah.
That's so fucking weird.
Yeah, they gave me all that, but they forgot to give me the phone charger.
Oh,
Yeah.
for your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, you weren't even allowed to clean out your own desk.
No.
Why?
They never let you do that because they want to like fire you and then you're immediately ushered out of the building.
So you don't do anything too crazy.
So you don't do anything too crazy.
What happened to people you still see in movies clean out your desk?
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
Oh man, dude, this world sucks.
Yeah.
I really was looking forward to one day cleaning out my desk.
Mm-hmm.
It seems really fun to walk with the box. That looks. I don't know why. Just something about that. I'm like, there are all these things I thought I'd get to do: be a fireman, clean out my desk. there are all these things when I was little that movies told me I would do.
You're a fireman, so you just clean out your desk, which is currently on fire.
Yeah. I would put it
Yeah.
out, but I just got fired. Like I would.
Yeah.
I'm not on the clock anymore.
And here's the thing: like I don't think that they can do anything if you're like, no, I'm gonna go say goodbye to everybody. What are they
Right.
gonna do? Fight you?
Shoot you to death. That's when the security guard takes out his revolver.
We didn't have security guards, so it's just like my boss.
Oh, I see.
My boss reaches under the desk, and there's one of those like gun mounts under the desk. She just pulls out a Glock and kills me. No, I was gonna do that just to fuck with them. Be like, no, I'm gonna go say goodbye to everybody. Be like, bye everyone, I just got fired. But then I didn't know like how it works in California, like how, because in Pennsylvania they can dispute your unemployment and like pretty much take you to court and
True.
deny it. But in California, apparently it's like almost impossible for the employer to win if they fired you.
True.
Yeah. But in Pennsylvania, I remember like my boss having to take the day off from work to go to court to like argue against a former employee getting unemployment.
Oh my god.
And I mean, like, a small point in his favor, he showed me, he's like, do you want to see the person you replaced? And I'm like, okay. And he showed me just like photos of this like fat lady asleep in the chair that I was sitting in.
Oh my god, dude.
Like on a teller line. So like, like there's a line of customers. She's
There's
like,
just a phone ringing. I feel like I could do customer service. Like that.
I don't-
that- was that her job? Was it the same? Like the?
she was a teller.
Oh, she was a teller. Okay,
yeah,
never mind.
yeah. I've been thinking about it. I think I'm going to be a really good father because I did customer service for so long.
Oh, the patience.
Yeah, I have so much patience with people who hate me.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So they're like, "Daddy, I want a treat," and I'm like, "No." And then they're screaming and making a big scene, and I'm like, "And is there anything else I can help you with today?"
Yeah, literally, dude. Oh my god, that is like that's.
All right. Well, we're gonna get in the car and go home. Yeah. Do you know how many people I've had scream in my face that I'm a piece of shit loser?
Yeah, and you're just like,
You think a kid crying because they don't want to eat vegetables is gonna faze me?
not at all.
No,
Dude,
I will never break.
I'm-
I don't even give dogs people food, and I love dogs.
Jesus Christ. I give dogs people food a lot. I give Rita people food. I keep feeding Rita potato chips.
Yeah, does she like them?
They're so bad for her. She loves them, dude. I had to stop doing it because she finished a whole bag of kettle chips, and I was like, let me do a quick Google.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, they can't have that much sodium at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to be a good father because customer service has taught me endless patience and being continually screamed at as a child for any minor infraction all the way up into when I left their house taught me to push down my negative emotions.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, you just manage them. You manage, dude. It's like,
no, I don't. I push them down.
oh, okay.
I mean, you've seen me like something gets me mad. You've seen just nuclear war fury flash over my face for 0.1 seconds.
and then somebody puts a lid on the jar really quick. Somebody.
Oh man, we should really discuss how to resolve this issue.
Yeah, dude, it's so funny. See, I genuinely mine comes from being in like crazy relationships, but I genuinely like I don't push it down. I genuinely just like manage them, which I think is like dissociating. But like it's not like there's anger that will spill over. It's just like I go straight from anger to like, okay, well let's just solve this problem so that nobody gets hurt. That's it's like
yeah, that's the thing is I don't think like they say like when you push down your emotions that eventually they're gonna come back up. They haven't so far.
Yeah, maybe they're just somewhere in your ass.
Yeah, maybe that's why I have such bad diarrhea all the time. Is because I'm shitting out all of my toxic emotions.
Feelings.
Yeah.
Well, like sometimes I'll be on the I'll be talking to Bae sometimes, and she'll be in a mood and she'll be trying to annoy me, and I'll just be fine. I'll be like, that's fine. Like, and like, I'm just like, I have incredible patience. And then like 10 minutes later, she's like, why are you so patient? I'm like, well, baby, you got to understand. Like, I've done essentially like emotional weight training.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, no, just because I'm not abusive doesn't mean that I'm like a good girlfriend. And I'm like, yes, it does. It absolutely does. Anyway, I probably shouldn't. She's not going to listen to this. Whatever.
No, definitely. Like it's like when you're in prison and then you get out and you're like, "What's an iPod?"
Yeah, you're like,
just like blown away.
This is great. This is fucking awesome.
Wait, so you mean I can have a taco and it's not made out of ramen?
Oh fuck. Oh. Yeah, man, it's it can be very having people, as long as it doesn't break you, knowing how to just like not care when people are fucking screaming at you, incredible skill.
Oh yeah,
just one of the best ever.
I will never break.
Oh my god. Oh, I can't, Brendan.
I would be so good. Other than every other aspect of it, I would be so good at boot camp. Every single other factor but marksmanship and getting yelled at.
Yeah, dude, honestly, I think that like I feel like your boot camp experience would be you're not completing any of the tasks or like exercises. You're just like sitting on the ground completely dissociating while a drill sergeant is screaming at you and you're like, well, I'm not. You're like, I think that I'm doing well. I'm not crying.
Do they still like in the military, do they still call you gay in boot camp?
That's a great question.
I mean, like, they allow trans people there, but, like, do they still do the steers and queers thing?
I know somebody who's in boot camp right now, and it sounds like once you're actually there, your rights as a citizen get real flimsy. It gets pretty crazy, apparently.
Yeah, you can't exactly cancel the army.
No. Oh, no, you can't.
Yeah, I mean, the army seems crazy in that regard. Yeah, for sure.
I know the person who I know is in boot camp. Apparently, they've been like withholding. Like, I guess there was like a COVID outbreak at the fort, and they've been deliberately like stopping information about COVID, like getting back to like basically there's like a COVID outbreak, and basically the entire boot camp is just like full denial about it, and they're not letting the boot camp members know what's going on outside the.
You mean like SAG-AFTRA Federal Credit Union? I got my unemployment. Fuck off.
Hell yes, dude. Hell yes. Fuck SAG. SAG, I would say, dude, the two worst unions in America. Number one, SAG. Trailing closely behind is the police unions. Dude, dealing with SAG. SAG is...
Man, I learned about police unions recently.
Yeah?
And so the police in America... Listen to the Behind the Bastards, like Behind the Police thing.
Great podcast.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I haven't listened to anything but that, but I'm going to go back. But the police. So basically, in the South, the police emerged from slave patrols.
Yes.
And the Klan, and in the North, they emerged from the Pinkertons shooting strikers to make them go back to work. So these.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah. So like these like basically state-sanctioned militias that like fought union workers with like machine guns were then like, oh, we're a union now, and then like all the other unions were like, no, we're not the same thing at all. And then they became the most powerful union.
Yeah, dude. And you know what's fucking crazy is that like police unions a lot of times are like the people who actually. The reason why Democrats don't want to fucking like go after the police is because police unions historically vote Democrat, which is fucking weird. I I mean I'm sure that it's not if I looked into it. But yeah, from the beginning, it's been disputed as to whether or not like police unions are organized labor because they're fucking not. Like, I understand there's some perils that come with being a cop. I think that we give them way too much to fucking do, but it's just like this shit, dude. I don't know. I've been having conversations with my parents about like who it's weird how so many just like who used to just people who used to consider themselves like classic like party conservatives are in favor of like unmarked federal agents being sent to cities. Like they just sent them to Philadelphia, sent them to Baltimore. Have you seen what's going on in Portland?
No, I'm behind on the news. What's happening?
Brendan, basically,
was this new this week?
Over the past couple weeks, basically, the Department of Homeland Security has been sending troops to Portland to detain protesters. They're arresting people without Mirandizing them. They're throwing them into cars. They like it says like DHS police, but like there's no easy identifiable like name tags or anything on these people. And basically, yeah, they're just like there are multiple videos all over Twitter of these motherfuckers just like straight up disappearing people. There's one where there are two medics who are tending to somebody who like is unconscious because I don't know from tear gas or what, and the police come up and like they've got their hands up. The police like get them like across the street, and then they just start fucking beating them in like the knees and the gut. There was one guy. Don't mean to info dump.
I mean, like attacking the medics violates the Geneva Convention.
But it doesn't because it's against our own citizens.
Oh, yeah.
How cool is that, dude?
Well,
that's why tear gas. That's why you can use tear gas within your own country. But it's against the fucking Geneva Conventions.
You mentioned Philadelphia, but another wild thing I learned is that it's basically in that podcast they were discussing how there's like kind of two main philosophies towards policing. One is science-based, where it's like training cops on how to prevent and investigate crimes and such. And the other one is militarizing the police, which doesn't just refer to giving them equipment. What it refers to is it was in the 1920s during Prohibition. They hired like an active duty general to like take leave from the military.
Yeah.
And just run the police department. And what he said was that if you are a criminal, you have renounced your citizenship and are thus an enemy of the state and must be like killed.
We'll shoot you with Tommy guns for enjoying a bubbly. Like,
yeah,
that's basically what the fuck it was, dude. And it's still. I mean, like
he did so many funny things too. Like he gave the fire department guns also. Like good bit, honestly.
Just in case, dude.
He turned police cars into like it's like two cops in the front and then two seats facing backwards where there were cops there whose whole job was to just shoot sawed-off shotguns.
Yeah. Have you ever seen The Untouchables?
No.
Oh yeah, it's all about like this like team, this crack team that was put together during Prohibition, and you're supposed to root for them, but it's literally just like cops causing insane collateral damage.
Yeah.
Like getting into a shootout on like a fucking busy staircase in the middle of the city. There's like a baby in a carriage that's like rolling down. Cops don't stop shooting at all. they're like shoot around the baby. Like,
curve the bullets.
yeah.
What were you about to say?
But we were talking about the militarization of the police. Yeah, basically, you can watch video like they literally like an us versus them mentality is created where it's like, like it's not like when you talk about Blue Lives Matter, it's like I think there literally is a mentality where like they supersede regular citizenship, and of course they do because look at how many areas they get to like cut corners in life and just like something you would normally face consequence for, you don't have to because you're a cop. Yeah, have you read about that girl in New York who was raped while she was in custody? In 2017, she was raped while she was in custody. She sued the police department and the officers, and they went to court, and the officers said, we didn't rape her. We had consensual sex with her while she was in custody, which, at the time that she was arrested, was not only legal in New York, but legal in like 36 other states. So the judge ruled in the officer's favor. He still works on the force today.
Jesus Christ.
Why the fuck is it legal to have sex with somebody in custody?
Prisoner.
With a prisoner. You dumb fucks. Like, how is any of this normal? Anyway, that's a fucking crazy article.
That is wild.
But yeah, no. What are the last news thing that I was going to talk about? Did you see Trump? Did you see Trump spoke on Ghislaine today, dude?
He did.
Number one, did you see that thing about the judge who was investigating? She took the case investigating Epstein's connection to the Deutsche Bank, that place where he was keeping all of his funds, and then
The only place that lends to Trump.
yes, the only place that lends to Trump. And then yesterday, this judge, I think her name is Judge Salas or something like that. Or a couple days ago, somebody dressed as a FedEx employee showed up at her house with a fake package. Her husband answered the door. He shot her husband and shot her son and fled the scene and killed himself.
Damn.
So, yeah. That's pretty interesting.
Killed himself.
Killed himself. He seems kind of like a perfect patsy because initially, I think that like he went up against this judge. He used to call into Opie and Anthony. He's like an MRA guy, and this judge like his tenuous connection to the judge was that like she threw out his case like a few years ago. So that was like the alleged motive. But then Whitney Webb did this great like investigative article where she dug in deeper and it's like, no, this guy's had connections to the Deutsche Bank for years. And then somebody else shared like everybody who's worked for Deutsche Bank who's like wound up killing themselves. It was just like a fucking photo gallery of different clippings from articles.
Yeah.
So shit's really weird. But anyway, Trump spoke on Ghislaine today. In some interview, somebody was like, what do you have to say about the arrest of Ghislaine Maxwell? And he goes, you know, I know her. She's really nice. Frankly, I wish you well. I wish you well. I hope that this it's just like, this is so easy. How are you fucking this up?
Yeah. I mean, it's so... I just deleted all news from my phone because I was trying to
Brendan,
find
the
like
news is heating up. It's
I
like
know.
NBA Jam, dude.
I was trying to find like a neutral news source, so I was like, oh, I'll just read the Associated Press, and then every fucking article would be like Jeffrey Epstein who killed himself last year, and so I'm like, nope, out. And then also they were like, they do this thing every week where it's like they list all the fake news from the week, and all of it was like. Fact or fiction? And it was like 10 different phrasings of like, did Wayfair traffic children on their website? And it was like, no. I'm like, AP seems pretty pro pedophile.
Yeah, dude, I just had a conversation with my family. We were talking about the news, and my sister, I guess her boyfriend's family is like they're kind of fringe. There's like suspicious of vaccines, stuff like that. And so Emma is getting into like all of these conspiracy theories, and we were having like a very even keel political discussion on FaceTime where like I was saying, well, Emma, you should look into that a little closer, like all this stuff. And then she got on the subject of pedophiles, and my dad goes, oh God, here we go. And I go, Dad, hang on. I go, this is the one area where she's exactly right. I mean, like, how do you, it's too
I love,
fucking
like,
weird, dude.
Sometimes Bae, like, I'll get so steamed about pedophiles, she'll be like, I know, Steven Spielberg's bad. Honey. It's okay, sweetie. He can't get you.
Oh my God, I want to see a.
And it makes me feel better.
Really? That's very funny.
She's just like, someday you'll get him. I know, sweetie. I love you.
It was.
And I'm like, you really think I'll get him? Yeah.
It was so funny because you remember when like I think it proved to be not true, but when they were like Me Tooing Ansel Elgort a month ago for like apparently he like slid into like a bunch of 17-year-olds DMs and everybody was like. It was like, damn, Ansel Elgort's really going to mess up Steven Spielberg's new movie by being a pedophile. And I was like, where do you find out about Steven Spielberg? I was like, just wait. Like.
Somebody just got bumped up to executive producer.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, back to the union thing. What I meant to say was like, the reason that SAG and the police union are like the only strong unions is because they don't do anything to help anybody
At all.
Otherwise, they'd be dismantled.
Dude, the barrier all SAG does is fucking put roadblocks in the way of people who want to be able to make a decent wage in the industry. And like, again, this is a fake fucking industry. Like I'm realizing
like you're not entitled to anything. This is all fake.
well, it's just especially in terms of like the entertainment industry that like literally contributes very little in terms of like actual benefits to society and thinks it's the most important fucking thing in the world. Like I love movies. The people who make movies place way too much importance on like what they're contributing, I feel like. Maybe I'm wrong. But
No, you're right.
yeah. But the thing about SAG is SAG just makes it really fucking hard for people who are not in their union. Like, it's one thing to protect the members of their union, and they do that a lot. But a lot of the people, there's a really high barrier of entry. You have to be wealthy already, and they help you make more money, and you pay ass in fees.
I did the loans for the people joining. It's fucking $3,000. Most of these people are waitresses.
It's fucking ridiculous, dude.
And then it's like, so you have to pay $3,000 a year to go on auditions?
Yeah, and if you're not union, we will do everything in our power to make sure that we make it illegal for you to make something without our permission. It's fucking horseshit.
Yeah.
It's terrible, dude. Yeah.
I mean, it is for sure, but it's like, yeah, unions are important, but I would say it's more important for like cashiers right now.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Dude, when Tim H and I were shooting some of those shorts, we had our budget and everything, and we were like, okay, we're going to make this work with the money they've given us. Then we got to go through union because we have one union member, and it's like just a couple phone calls. It's like we're adding on fucking thousands of dollars for horse shit. Like, anyway. I mean, it's crazy because like unions are good. But then when you get into an argument with somebody who's like, but you're against police unions, it's almost impossible to have a nuanced conversation about why that union is bad because you got to go back to the 1920s and talk about fucking Pinkertons, and then they look at you. You know, you might as well be talking about Wayfair, honestly. But
I mean, also like a union. Sometimes if you're like a lazy employee, you get to keep your job because you didn't do like several specific offenses.
Sure,
but like. Yeah, maybe the police should be a union, but if you shoot a handcuffed person through the head, maybe that should be on their list of like. If you there's literally no offenses that like will get the union to be like, all right, fire him.
I think that maybe shooting somebody in the brain while they're in REM sleep should be grounds to maybe that could we. Yeah. You know.
I swear to God, if I ever die dreaming,
oh, that'll be terrible.
I'm gonna be pissed.
It's furious. I will be so mad. Yeah, do you know what the hard thing? And like, this is gonna sound arrogant, and I swear that it's not, because but like, whenever you try to like engage with somebody on the very complicated issue of like police violence, if you know too much what you're talking about, I think this is true for any subject, people get uncomfortable and they just start tuning you out.
I mean, yeah, it's the same as the pedophile thing where it's like people just don't want to.
They don't want to. Well,
also, like, when you have a big info dump, you sound crazy.
Which is
so when I'm like talking to people at parties or whatever, and I'm like, oh, then what do you think happened to Michaela Spielberg to make her do this?
Right.
And like, then they're like, too much.
Well, that's fair, because I understand people, because that's us speculating.
Yeah.
And granted, we're so good at speculating.
We are very good at speculating.
But even when you come at somebody and you're like citing sources and you're like, no, you can go here and here. Like, I'm literally presenting you with facts that have informed my opinion. But if you know too much about a subject, even if it's not like newsreel, like if you're too jazzed about like filmmaking or some shit, that turns people off for some reason. And they write you off as like, oh, that guy's weird. And it's like, I don't know how you overcome that in political debates with people.
I don't know either.
This has really been on my mind. It's been really frustrating because I don't know. I'm just like literally on Twitter every day, just like trying to be objective in the way that I take in information. And I'm just like, okay, so humanity is essentially in a pickle.
Yeah.
How do we get out of said pickle? I don't know if there's a way.
I mean, so much of the pickle comes from like just the way the human brain works is when we're proved wrong, it feels like we're being attacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, no, bro.
Yeah. Which I've overcome by being wrong so many times.
Again, weight training, dude.
Yeah.
You just
And that's why we're the two only objective voices in broadcasting.
Yeah. Anytime someone's like, no, Brennan, you're wrong, you're like, honestly, I had a feeling.
I've done that so many times.
Yeah, dude.
You've seen me. I'm like, oh, well, I guess I was wrong about all of it.
That's great. It's so healthy. So healthy to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you have to do.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, dude.
Oh, man. You ever think that maybe the reason why it's so hard to make a movie outside of the union system is so that nobody makes a movie about, say, exposing pedophiles?
Well, look what happened to Stanley, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Died of old age.
Look what happened to
Okay.
Stanley. I mean, look what happened. Look at how much Under the Silver Lake got buried, like the release.
Dude, not only Barry, but like Matt, like I should have known that it was suspect when like it apparently premiered at Cannes or something, and a lot of people who saw it at Cannes loved it. Like there are people on Letterboxd who saw this cut that will never see the light of day who are like, it's my preferred cut of the movie. And then A24, a studio notorious for letting like directors do whatever they want, like director-driven movies, they demanded that he recut the movie to make it more palatable for audiences, and they pushed it back half a year. Now, I don't care how much you're fucking recutting a movie; it's not going to take 6 months to re-edit and resequence like that.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's probably why you watch the movie and you're like, huh, I wonder why there's nothing in this movie about billionaires secretly controlling the world.
Right.
About the thing that they always do.
The thing that they cannot stop doing.
The thing that they just get so jazzed about.
Yeah.
It's like, so you're telling me that a billionaire who I've recently decided there's some good ones for no particular
Right,
reason.
exactly. Yeah.
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 You're telling me that he's building a giant fuck pyramid beneath the earth
Right.
for only adult women.
Only adult women, dude. Don't be disgusting, dude. You know there was a like a Marvel post-credit scene where like a door opens. It's like, fuck you guys. No, you guys are here to change the diapers. I needed a bunch of mommies to No, I'm not gonna have sex with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude, it's that.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, we never got to see Andrew Garfield's podcast. They cut that storyline out.
That's very true. Yeah, man, it's like it's one of those things where it was pushed back and then just like dumped on Amazon, and it's like A24 has never done that.
Yeah.
It's weird. I bet David Robert Mitchell, I bet he never makes a movie again.
Probably not. No.
Don't like that.
What else did he make?
It Follows. Good movie. He's a good director.
Horror is too scary for me. I'm too soft.
You're not watching horror movies anymore?
I like some, but It Follows look too scary for me.
Oh, Brendan, you want to know why it's and it'll really resonate with you because it's a metaphor for like the thing follows you after you like have sex. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you're naughty and you fuck, this thing that looks like another person beats you to death. Like literally, I think we see the first girl that we see killed. It shows her running, and then we just cut to like her body on a beach, and her legs have been snapped in half. And like, so don't fuck, dude.
If you fuck, a professional wrestler rips you in half.
Yeah, if you fuck Italian,
Funny if it's just a gorilla, a gorilla who hates sex.
Yeah, that's spooky. Huh?
It's very spooky.
Did you see Hereditary?
No, I didn't.
Oh, Brandon.
I should, right?
Yeah, because it's all about how your parents really fuck you up and you cannot escape it, no matter what you do.
I was thinking, for some reason, I was thinking about the movie. I was talking with Ryan last night about we're talking about the movie Pocahontas, and then he started talking about is it A New World, the Terrence Malick Pocahontas movie?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, The New World or something.
Yeah, and he was mentioning, he's like, yeah, they made it realistic by making like Pocahontas 14 and then her love interest like 30. And I'm like, that's making it realistic? Like, wouldn't it be more realistic if she was like a captive, terrified?
Right, exactly. That's true.
So it's like Hollywood is like, oh, let's make this movie realistic and make a beautiful romantic storyline between an adult and a child. But then that made me think of the other Terrence Malick movie,
Tree of Life.
Yeah, Tree of Life, and I realized I'm like, oh, that was my childhood, but without mommy to comfort me.
Oh yeah.
It was like daddy screaming, and then you go to mommy, and she's also screaming.
You're experiencing it in a kind of like Mobius strip way
Yeah.
too. The way you remember your childhood is just like
Yeah. It keeps cutting to B-roll. My childhood memories, they cut to B-roll a lot.
You just keep cutting to footage of what you imagine heaven will be like when you get there. It's just like you dissociating. Did you know I was somebody brought this up in the chat, but do you know who voiced John Smith in the Disney Pocahontas?
Who?
Mel Gibson, dude.
Well, in
Perfect
many ways, it's
casting.
a flawless film now.
It's basically
It
one
appears.
of the best movies ever, probably.
Yeah, probably it's good.
Yeah, dude. I literally somebody in the chat said that. I was like, I gotta rewatch Pocahontas. I want to hear his fucking dulcet tones.
Yeah, Mel Gibson is like a hunk.
Yeah, Mel Gibson just being accepting of like a person of color, just like, no, I love her. Would never happen. That's why they had to animate it.
I think that Mel Gibson might be the only non-pedophile in Hollywood.
True. Yeah, and honestly, that's why it's like, look.
I mean, in the movie, like Stuart Lee has a bit about this. In the movie Braveheart, the princess that he fucks was 4 years old at the time of the events of Braveheart.
Yeah.
So Mel Gibson was like, gross.
Yes, disgusting. Well, his very first movie that he directed, The Man Without a Face, it's about this. It was based on this book about this kid who doesn't have a dad, who starts seeing this guy who lives near him that's badly burned, and the guy starts like tutoring him and like teaching him how to like do good, and they like develop a really nice bond. And then for some reason, at the end of the book, they have sex with each other, but just once. And like the end of the book is like, I was always thankful for the man without a face, whatever his name is. That's not what he says. He's like, I really appreciated, and Mel Gibson adapted it. He's like, yeah, I bought the I thought it was a good story. Then I got to that part in the book and I was like, what is this junk? he was like, so I took it out.
Yeah, that's some real Stephen King nonsense.
Yeah, it's some nonsense, but but if it was any other director, they'd be like, I had to. The integrity of the book, I had to honor the beautiful relationship.
It's so astonishing that the movie that Hollywood like had a problem with that. You'd think that they would be like, yeah, this is a good story, but we need more child sex scenes.
Well, the problem is the kids are fucking each other.
Oh, yeah.
So that's just not right.
That's not right.
They have no idea what they're doing. They need an adult in there to show them proper form.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, sex, it's like, it's much like shooting a gun. It's okay to teach kids, but an adult has to be in the room when they do it.
Yeah. Watching them closely.
Yeah. Closely behind them, helping them aim. All right, well, that's 57 minutes.
You want to stop it there? Let's stop.
Knock, knock, open up, it's me, the crazy, shady, faded fucker, so rock the G. See a lady, make a baby, lead her on in peace. Only time I give a fuck is for my own release. That's why I own these streets. Straight up, portfolio showing growth, fuck a pay cut. Yeah, you know I stay slut. Catch me in the spot, looping up for the self-suck. Oh fuck, I busted already, I'm coming bucket so heavy. My dream of cream coming steady, now my mouth open, I'm ready. I'm talking solo, heavy petting on a Friday night. That talking bashing the bishop, more like Nantucket's delight. I'm taking all the time I need to do it just right. Got my candles in the fishnets cause it's on tonight. Oh, that's right, it's time to fillet. No need to debate me, I suck until I go ooh-wee and spray my white pee-pee. I got that ski.